Hello folks, this here is a 1985 F-150 four-wheel drive XL model. It's a little XL. And this does have an inline 6, 4.9 liters. And this here truck, oh my goodness, there's lots of stories on this bad boy. But so I'm 50 years old, and we've had this truck since I was 13, 14 years of age. And I remember the days loading the back with wood all the way up to the cab, lumber all the way out to on top of the tailgate. So we drop the tailgate down, stack the wood, and then we put up some 2x4s in the stake pockets so that the wood wouldn't fall over. But my uncle owned this. He bought it, I want to say it was brand new. But so he got this, and within the week, we went out there and I was getting wood and I was putting a log. So I was putting it on the I was putting it in the back of the bed, and I was putting it real gentle. He just grabbed it and says, "Let me help you." And then he just slammed it in the back. And I asked him, "Aren't you afraid to scratch the truck or dent it?" It's truck. So that's that old school mentality, which I just was being respectful. I didn't want to get in trouble, get my butt whooped for damaging his truck. But he had a whole different mindset. You know, he was a World War II, just old school. He was a diesel mechanic for the county. And yeah, we took it camping, hunting, fishing. One time when I owned it, well, I own it now again, but it had a pop-up camper. It was a 1984 Granby pop-up camper. And I towed it with a little 4x8 trailer I still have. It's at my sister's house with an ATV in the back. And that was my go-to. I mean, that was my little rig. Nice little rig. I put me some little rims because I like that style from the 3/4 ton trucks in 85 or in 95. So I owned this in 1997, 98. And during that time, they had the 96, the 97 F250s out with that style of rims. And I was like, man, I'm going to make me a little mini F250. But yeah, it's been a pretty reliable truck. It still runs. It has about 115,000 miles on it. And that inline 6, man, it's just a little workhorse. You can't kill these things. They designed that. They used to put that in a tractor, I think, is what he was saying. I'm not too sure. But so they call this the bull nose. I don't know why that looks like a bull. I don't know. But it's still pretty straight. I put them lights on. Holy smokes. You could see everything with those projector lights. It's just an aftermarket deal. But the bug deflector, he put that on there. So I brought this back last year in 2022 in the middle of the summer so I can start working on it, because it just sits there in my sister's yard. And I told her I'll get it up and running. I mean, it runs. I just get the cobwebs out, you know. But yeah, it's ready to rock and roll. I'm going to be running the piss out of it this summer. Needs a little bit of work. I'll show you the inside. It has a stick shift. I'll go inside on the other side. It has rust. It's normal. No big deal. But yeah, this camper, there's a little story behind it. This little, not camper, but this little shell. I almost died in the back of this thing. Look this up. So I got some firewood in there, in those bins. But so I went camping. I belong to this ATV group, and I met up with them up in Canyon City. And I had one of these little portable propane heaters, and it's a heater. It blows out. I mean, you know, it's a heater, and then you turn it upside down, and then you could use it as a stove. And my windows, they both work pretty good. These little ventilating windows here on the shell. And I just didn't open them up enough. And I started getting really tired. I was lethargic. I barely climbed out the back of this with my belly hanging over here. Oh, I put this dent just so you know. When I was a kid. With the wood. When I was unloading it. It's me. But that sounds like a Ford right there. Did you hear that? That's Ford tough. Here it goes again. Look. Oh yeah. None of that aluminum Mickey Mouse stuff. But yeah, I was so tired and sleepy. When it closes, look at that. Bang. I had to straighten out this handle. It was bent. But yeah, I was so tired and sleepy and from what do they call that? Carbon monoxide poisoning. And here's my little 4 flat I put in back in 98. I just think I was, 27, 28 years of age. Here's another nice little ding. I'm getting wood. Oh, and I just put these on. These little deals here. Because here in Colorado, they'll pull you over for not having license plate lights. A little bit of rust. Here's the gas cap. Now the inside, electric windows. This handle broke. And then my uncle, my other uncle, he's a mechanic. He made this for me. And then basically, I just had a bolt on there, and it was like this for so many years. For the last probably 25 years. And I bought this for like $8. Funny. But needs a headliner job, some seats. I love this thing because the floors are that rubber mat. Oh, it's awesome. Here's a stick shift. 4-speed. Pioneer cassette player. Heater. And then I put this little dash cover. But here's the 15,208, which is 115,208. Let's open up the hood here and show you. Maybe I'll start it up. I got it unplugged right now. The battery's unplugged. Because it's draining right now. I got to figure out where the drain is. And I think I might have did something to it because I was changing out the bulb to LEDs on the inside. The interior, maybe I arced something or I don't know what I did. And then my aunt said that they put a new key ignition and that might be draining it from there. But I changed the oil last year. And I've only drove this maybe 200 miles. I just wanted to see what the oil looked like. So I just went and got a filter. It's the FL1. I don't remember the number, but it was hard to find. They don't sell them at the dealerships. But there's your Inline 6. I've seen them in different colors, like blue, and they said they come like that from the factory, but I'm not sure. This is gray, original. I had to put a new power steering pump. And here's the air conditioner. I don't know why they. Oh, my hometown when my sister was using it, they didn't really need it because they live up in the mountains. So, yeah, I mean, it's pretty straight, man. Pretty good. This thing here, it was a light. It'd come out. That one's broken. Here's your emissions pump. Smog pump, I guess they call it. This guy right here. So I have it disconnected. Let's start it up. Let's see. I haven't started this up in, oh, smokes. Let's see. couple months. All right, let's see what happens here. Check out the keys. The gas. Pushing the clutch. Let's see. Hold it down. Come on. Oh, watch out. Nice. Yeah. Sounds good. Has a little bit of smoke, I guess. I don't want to try to talk while the vehicle's running. It's kind of pointless. Yeah, pretty cool. 4-wheel drive. Everything works. Cassette. I got to hook up the air conditioner. And you can smell the exhaust. I think it's that smog pump. It's not hooked up. But that's just how it goes. But anyways, I'll be doing some videos on fixing this up little by little. The thing is I don't have the time. And I know how to do all the work. I got too much other stuff going on. Just like most of us. But anyways, just thought I'd share this little vehicle with you. I'll share some stories. Camping, and I don't see a lot of videos on 85s. Everyone's converting them to diesels and all that stuff. I'm boring. I like to keep my stuff stock. But maybe if I if I had the shop and all that stuff, I wouldn't mind putting a little was that little inline, or the four banger, the force, not the inline 6, but the little one that they use in the skid steers, the Cummins. Shoot. Heck yeah, why not? I don't have, if I had the space and the time, I'd do it. But yeah, man, you don't see these anymore. I have a lot of people come and ask me if they'd sell it. I've had someone offer me $17,000 for this thing. I thought they were kidding, and they showed me the money, and then I was like, okay, is that counterfeit? I didn't tell them that, but this is more sentimental. I like that engine, man. It's just, when you take it on I-25 here in Denver, Colorado, it just can't keep up. I can't pass. Everyone's road rager. Everyone's in a hurry nowadays. It's an old-fashioned truck, But, and I'll do some reviews on my other truck I got here. Everyone talks about the Godzilla and their 6.7 Power Strokes. I got the 6.2, and it's been, well, I don't want to jinx it. I'll just say that. It's a 2019, and I just use it to pull my camper back there. I'll do some videos on our little ATVs and camping and stuff like that. Maybe I can get this truck going where I can pull my little ATVs and put a little pop-up camper and go back in time, you know. I'd get some closure. No, not closure, but what do you call that? Just so. Thanks for watching.